What? Yeah, boy.
And hello everybody, I'm the Princess Chaser here, and welcome to the wide world of Paldea for the first, Sylveon likes it, for the first Pokemon Scarlet video series I'm going to do. I'm building teams for competitive, but in the meantime, since I'm being stupid and want all my teams shiny, as you can see by my Sylveon there, I came up with another idea, welcome to the Wonder Stadium, where I am going to Wonder Trade for 6 Pokemon, turn them into a team, and then take them online. Only rule that really counts, the only rule I really have to adhere to is no doubles. So, with that, right now, you're just here to see me trade for the Pokemon, since I'm going to add that as part of the video, so you can clearly see that they're from Wonder Trade. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do, and I'll come back at a later time, same time right after for you guys, and I'll turn them into a proper team. And as you've seen by the eggs in my team, I am breeding for shinies right now, so surprise trade. They're going to get some of my Breejects, so someone's going to get a 6 IV Rockruff. So let's see what we're getting. Let's go see, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, let's save it. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see what my team's going to be, what I have to work with whenever it wants to finish. Sometimes it's like instantly done. There we go. Can I just press square, triangle or Y there? Not triangle. I'm too so PlayStation minded right now. So let's see what our first member is going to be. Oh look, they're getting a 6 IV Rockruff. A hero's getting a 6 IV Rockruff and a Luxury Ball. Let's see what we're getting. A Gyarados. Well, what ball is that? They got a Japanese Gyarados for the first member of the crew. Yes, let's begin another surprise trade. That's a nice thing to do. So I'm going to have to buff him up entirely. Okay, so here's a 5 IV Houndour in a Luxury Ball. Since all my team's going to be in Luxury Balls, since I'm not good at the game, so I have to flex the only way I can. I'm going to assume that's the old notification. There we go. And yeah, I can press Y. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what the second member is. Bye, Houndour. Jaeger. Let's see what Jaeger's going to get. Or Jaeger's going to send me. They're getting a 5 IV Houndour. I'm getting a Sneasel. Okay, so 2 separate Pokemon right away. Sneasel. I'm ready for offensive names on these. Another surprise trade. Another 6 IV Rockruff and a Luxury Ball. As you can probably tell by the Pokemon I'm trading, I'm making my first team's going to be dogs. So I'm halfway done with the shiny versions of them anyway. So it's going to be fun when I get it done. It's going to be bad, but it's going to be fun. Here we are. Let's see what's what. So who's getting a 6 IV Rockruff? Cat. So Cat's getting a 6 IV Rockruff and Luxury Ball, and they're giving me Makuhita. Yep. And so I guess while I'm doing this, I can say I'm not going to be using. Obviously, I'm going to buff them up, and I'm going to turn them into something. So they're not going to be just what I'm getting, but it's going to be interesting. So now here's 5 IV Houndour. Yeah, I got way more 6 IV Rockruffs for some reason than I did Houndour. I'm still not done getting Rockruffs, who I'm searching for right now. Let's see what we're getting. Who's the 4th member of the crew? 5 IV Houndour to Aiden. A Salandit. Is it a male? If it's a male, I can't do anything with it. That's gonna be the... Oh, that's brutal. Do Everstones work on male Salandits? I hope it's a female, but it's probably some male. Oh, it's female! Okay, Salazzle, that's fun. It's steel. I'm gonna be changing their Terra types eventually. But yeah, so here's a 5 IV Fido and a Luxury Ball. So let's see what number 5 is gonna be. It's a weird team right now. No doubles yet, no Lechonks yet, so that's kind of weird. And that's one of the best parts when we breeding for the shinies, is I'm going to have lots of fodder for this. If it's cool, if this works out, it could be a cool little series I got. But I might eventually run out of, like, might run into weird issues where I get a lot of doubles. So let's see what's next. Let's see what my next teammate's going to be. And that's number 5, right? Nico. Nico's getting 5 IV Fido. 4. Ghastly. Interesting. Okay, so this is a pretty diverse team so far. There's my thing going off. So here's another 5 IV Houndour. And let's see what's going to... Let's see what the final member's going to be. Here we are, so let's see what it's going to be. Five IV Houndour to Spike. And I'll be getting the final member of this team will be... Aralt. Okay. I'm gonna look at their IV. I never looked at all the IVs, so I'll look at them now. No surprise trade. There we go. So it's an actual spread. Strange. No perfect. 4 IV, so that's pretty good. Maybe it was probably a reject as well. 1 IV. 2. 1. And none. Okay. So French Ralts, an Italian Ghastly, an English Salandit, an Italian Makuhita, an English Sneasel, and a Japanese Gyarados. We got a team here. So yeah, I'll be working on them, and I'll be turning them into a team actually will be able to fight, giving them a proper moveset and Terra types. So we will see what happens, because Gyarados needs a Terra type, because he's 4 times weak to Electric. And what are the Terra types? He's an Electric. Okay, and he's Steel. And the others are normal. Okay. So, yeah, so there's this is a team. I'll be working with this, and I will see you guys when it's done, which will be a while for me, but right away for you guys. So we'll see you in the Wonder Stadium. Well, I'm back, and here is the team. So before we get into it, I will say that I'm not expecting this team to be great, but I've decided to go single battles with it instead of double, so I can just focus on, like, knockouts, you know? So yeah, so you all know the team from earlier, because it was just, like, a second ago in the video for you, while for me. But let's get out of here and look at the team, shall we? First up is Gyarados, and the Terra type for it I decided to go with is normal to get rid of its electric weakness and just give it a fighting one. And it's wearing a choice band, and I'm going to make it and tell you what the stats will be at level 50, which is what will be online. So it's using a choice band to make its attack stronger, but it can only use one move unless I swap out. Let's go look at the moveset. So the moveset's Waterfall, Stone Edge, Ice Fang, and Protect. So Waterfall, Stone Edge, and Ice Fang all like make sense. They're just strong attacks. Ice Fang with the ability to potentially freeze and flinch, and Protect's just to protect itself a little bit. It has Intimidate to lower the attack of the enemy. And here its stats will be at level 50. So it's 170 HP, 177 attack with 252 EVs into that, 100 defense with 4 EVs into that, 72 special attack, 120 special defense, and 146 speed with 252 EVs into that. And I gave it a Jolly Nature to increase its speed even more, as you can see by the little markers there. So that's this. It was quite the journey I had to take to decide what to do with this, but that's that. Let's move on to the next member of the party. So here's Weavile. I have decided to give it a fairy Terra type in order to get rid of its fairy weakness and just to get rid of Ice's weaknesses. And I've decided to give it a life orb because this thing is going to just try to murder. This thing is going to commit a murder, and that's what it's going to do. And let's look at its attacks and stuff. It comes with Brick Break, Night Slash, Ice Shard, and Foul Play. Again, just all attacks, all things to cause pressure, and its ability will help that since its ability is pressure. HP and level 50 is going to be 145. It's going to have 189 attack with 252 EVs into that, 85 defense, 58 special attack, 106 special defense with the 4 EVs into that, and 177 speed with the other 252 EVs put into that. And it's got an Adamant Nature to raise its attack and lower its special attack. So this thing's whole deal is try not to die. Kill things before they kill you. That's this whole thing's MO. And hopefully single battles help that a bit more. So let's move on to the next member of the party. So here we have Hariyama, and I just gave it a fighting Terra type, because it didn't have one at first. It was annoying. And I'm making it hold a flame orb so it'll burn itself, which you might think is stupid, but anyone who knows will know that Guts makes it so its attack goes up if it's got status condition. And this Guts makes it ignore the burns effect. So it has Brick Break, Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Iron Head, all just standard things to kill. And as you might have noticed, I beefed up that thing's attack and HP. So at level 50, it's going to have 251 HP, it's going to have 189 attack, and both of those have the 252 EVs. And it's going to have 81 defense with the 4 EVs, 54 special attack, 80 special defense, and 70 speed, and I gave it an Adamant Nature. So this thing is not going to outspeed some things, but hopefully it survives so it can murder. It can commit a crime, a murder. So let's move on to the next member of the party. And here's Salazzle. It has a poison Terra type to just try make it a little bit stronger in that regard, and to get rid of the water weakness, but it still has the ground weakness, but only one this time. And heavy duty boots to avoid any traps. Its ability is still corrosion, so it can poison even if it's steel type or poison type. And it's got flamethrower, sludge bomb, toxic spikes, and knockoff. This is a Pokemon I kind of want to go out first to set up toxic spikes right away, but I'm not too sure. In my time training this thing, I actually grew to really like Salazzle. I never played Sun and Moon, so I never got to use it. And in Sword and Shield, I started with Cinderace, or Scorbunny, so I didn't have any use for a fire type. So I didn't actually use it, but I really like it. It's just something about how small and sleek it is that I really like the look of. And I pumped up its special attack and speed, as you can see. So level 50, it'll have 143 HP, 75 attack, 81 defense, 163 special attack, 80 special defense, and 185 speed. And as you see, 252 EVs are into speed and special attack, with 400 defense. And I gave it a Timid Nature, which increases speed and lowers attack. So this thing is, again, it's another, I'm trying to kill things before they kill me, which obviously sounds stupid, but basically I'm hoping to end it quick with these guys. And let's move on to the next member of the party. Here's Gengar with a Ghost Terra type. Not much to say here. It's got the Expert Belt to increase its special, super effective moves. Gengar was the weirdest one for me to actually work with, and I don't know why, but let's take a look at its moves. So it has Dark Pulse, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. So good coverage of moves. And has Curse Body, because I think that's the only ability Gengar has for whatever reason. And I pumped up its special attack and its speed, as you can see. You can kind of notice a trend. So level 50, it'll have 135 HP, 76 attack, 80 defense, 200 attack, special attack, which is 252 EVs, 96 special defense with 4 EVs, and 162 speed with 252 EVs, and I gave it a modest nature to increase a special attack but lower attack. So this thing's probably the weakest of the crew, I think. Maybe the next one's weaker. But yeah, so again, it's single battle, so I'm just trying to murder. So let's move on to the next member of the team. Here's Gardevoir, Psychic Terra type, and leftovers. If it survives, it'll heal itself a little bit. Let's look at its moves. Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. Just a nice spread, as I mentioned. I might remove Hyper Voice, so you might not see that too often, but that's what I have right now. As you see, HP and Special Attack were pumped here. So at level 50, she's going to have 175 HP with the 252 EVs, 76 attack, 85 defense, 194 special attack with 252 EVs, 136 special defense with 4 EVs, and 100 speed with a modest nature, again, to raise special attack and lower attack. And has the ability Trace, so it copies another Pokemon's ability. Hopefully that can lead to some shenanigans. Yeah, and that's Gardevoir. It's basically, I'm just going all out offensive because I kind of had nothing really to work with. And that's the team. So yeah, it took a while to get to where I am, like at least from my point of view, not from yours, because it's going to be in the same video. But it took a while to get to where I am, but I think I'm pretty happy with it, all things considering. We'll see how it goes when we actually get to fight, and I'm actually curious to see what my next team's going to have to be, because Wonder Stadium's the most interesting thing. Wonder Stadium's really interesting. If I can get it going, I've got something really cool in my hands. So yeah, that's the team. Hope you all enjoyed this look at the team, and I hope you enjoy more seeing it in action, and I hope it can actually do well. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, whether that be a battle or another team introduction, if you will. Okay, I'll see you all later.